Hello and howdy once again. Welcome once more to Uncle Jeff's Classroom. For those who are joining us for the first time, I'm Uncle Jeff. And those who've been here before, you recognize me as such, the teacher they just can't forget. And I will be piloting this ship along the journey of learning English with you. Today, we will again focus on expression. This will involve the use of voice. We'll explain their meaning, how they differ, and specific restrictions that must be respected. Good writing and speaking can be negatively impacted if the conventions of voice are not respected. Of course, it's the focus of Uncle Jeff's Classroom to promote the best possible way of expressing oneself. Correct use of these different voices will always help to strengthen that. This lesson can be used as an avenue to take your level of written and spoken expression to a higher level. Let's begin with our usual short 4-item quiz that we will get back to at the end of the lesson. Get your pencil and paper and let's get started. Here, first of all, rewrite the following sentences in the passive voice. I built my home in 2016. The young boys are painting the house. The park has been cleaned by the scouts. The car is driven by the young student. Now let's move on with our lesson on voice with the understanding that we will get back to those questions at the end of the lesson. There are two different voices in language, the active and the passive. In the active, the subject is the performer of the action. The girl plaited the doll's hair. In the passive, the subject is the receiver of the action. The doll's hair was plaited by the girl. The subject of the active voice becomes the object in the passive voice. Repeat that again. The doll's hair was planted by the girl. That's the passive. In changing voices, there are 5 important points to note. The subject pronouns in the active voice must be changed to object pronouns in the passive voice. So he to him, we to us, etc. Next, see? The present and past participle verb forms are always used in the passive voice. I write the book, which is active, becomes the book is written by me. They drove the car becomes the car was driven by them. Okay, don't confuse them at all. Thirdly, the word by, by, is always used in the passive voice. The pizza was eaten by the children. The third person singular verb, this is the fourth one, the third person singular verb in the active voice requires special attention. It is always, always necessary to put the letter S on the end of the verb in the third person singular of the present tense. The car is driven by him becomes he drives the car. It is also important, and this is the 5th one, it is also important to note the placement of the different adverbial and prepositional phrases. The order should be person, manner, time, PMT, person, manner, time. We drove the car to the city on Friday. Person, we, the manner we drove, and the time, Friday. Now let's get back to the quiz we gave at the beginning. These should be your correct answers. If you have them all, give yourself a tap on the shoulder. Your answer should be, my home was built by me in 2016. And I want to say something about this one. You cannot say, in 2016, my home was built by me. Remember how this should be structured. Time should come last. So if you say, in 2016, my home was built by me, it would be wrong. So my home was built by me in 2016. Next one, the house was being painted by the young boys. The house was being painted by the young boys. The third one, the scouts have cleaned the park. The scouts have cleaned the park. And the final one, the young student drives the car. Drives the car. I hope this lesson has been helpful to you, and I look forward to sharing many more with you. To ensure this, please click on the subscribe button so as to keep these lessons coming. I thank you and say goodbye for now from Uncle Jeff to you who spent the time here in Uncle Jeff's Classroom. Until next time.